The lie you were told is this: the modern workplace is a marketplace of ideas. You were taught that if you identify a problem, present a logical solution, and speak the truth, you will be rewarded. You were told that meritocracy thrives on transparency. The truth is this: the modern workplace is a risk management engine. It does not want your ideas, it wants your compliance. You have likely felt it, that sudden, disorienting institutional vertigo. It happens in a meeting when you point out an obvious flaw in a strategy backed by data, and the room goes cold. It happens when you watch a less competent colleague get promoted simply because they echoed the boss's flawed narrative. You experience a deep cognitive dissonance between the values the company prints on its walls and the behaviors it actually promotes. You are not going crazy. You are simply perceiving the gap between the corporation's marketing and its mechanics. Speaking the truth in a corporate environment is not an act of leadership. It is an act of institutional sabotage. The system does not view your honesty as helpful. It views it as a software bug. This is why speaking truth is a trap, and to survive it, you must learn the mechanics of calculated silence. To understand the trap, you must stop looking at corporate behavior through a moral lens. The system is not inherently evil. The executives are not sitting in boardrooms actively plotting your demise. The reality is much colder. The system operates on mathematics and physics. It is a machine designed to generate profit through predictability. Organizations crave stability above all else. Predictability is the currency of the corporate matrix. The system requires frictionless operation to maintain the status quo. When you speak the truth, when you point out that a project is failing, that a process is broken, or that a timeline is a fiction, you introduce friction. You force the system to halt, acknowledge the error, and expend energy to fix it. Organizations hate expending energy on internal correction. It is inefficient. Therefore, the system does not reward truthfulness. The system rewards those who do not cause problems. It rewards the smoothing over of cracks. When you speak up, you force leadership to confront reality, which creates work for them. They will not resent the problem. They will resent you for illuminating it. You become associated with the discomfort of the truth. In the cold calculus of the hierarchy, the employee who remains silent and allows the project to fail quietly is considered a lower risk than the employee who loudly tries to save it. This brings us to the most dangerous paradox of the corporate structure: the competency trap. The lie is that being exceptionally good at your job is the prerequisite for advancement. The truth is that being exceptionally good at your job is the exact reason you are stuck. Look at the architecture of your department. If you are highly competent, reliable, and capable of executing complex tasks without supervision, you have become a load-bearing pillar in that specific operational tier. You are generating massive value at your current salary. Now, view this from the perspective of the system's risk management engine. Moving you creates an immediate twofold problem. First, it leaves a void in a critical area of operations. Second, it requires the system to spend time, money, and energy recruiting, training, and hoping a replacement can match your output. Moving you is mathematically costly. Leaving you exactly where you are is highly profitable. The system does not promote the indispensable. It promotes the replaceable. Those who are mildly competent, who network rather than execute, and who delegate the heavy lifting to you are the ones who move up. They are light. They are easy to move. You are heavy with responsibility. Your excellence has cemented your feet to the floor. You are not failing to advance because you lack skills. You are failing to advance because your current utility outweighs your future potential in the eyes of the machine. As you remain in this trap, doing the work, you accumulate something highly dangerous: institutional memory. Corporations operate on a cycle of collective amnesia. Leadership changes, new buzzwords are introduced, and old, failed strategies are repackaged as innovative new initiatives. For the system to maintain the illusion of constant progress, it must continually erase its past. If you have tenure, you remember. You remember when the new Agile framework failed 3 years ago. You remember the exact reason the client left. You know the structural deficits that management is pretending do not exist. Your memory is a threat. When the new vice president presents a recycled strategy, your knowledge of its previous failure makes you an antagonist. You don't even have to speak. Your mere presence is a reminder of past incompetence. The system requires enthusiastic amnesiacs. It needs employees who will cheer for the new direction without the burden of historical context. If you know too much, the system will begin to isolate you. You will be subtly excluded from strategic meetings. Your data will be ignored. The institution will gaslight you, treating your factual recall as negativity or resistance to change. You are penalized because your memory disrupts the required corporate delusion. When the system decides it needs to neutralize your truth-telling, your competence, or your memory, it rarely attacks your work directly. It attacks your personality. It does this through the weaponized language of human resources. You must decipher this code. Human resources language is a masking mechanism. It is designed to frame structural bias and demand for obedience as subjective behavioral issues. She lacks cultural fit. This does not mean you don't get along with people. It means you don't blindly accept the unwritten rules. It means your presence creates friction in the prevailing power dynamic. It translates directly to, she is not obedient enough. We need someone with more positive energy. This is the system's demand for uncritical enthusiasm. It means you are asking too many logistical questions. It translates to, we need someone who will execute without analyzing the risk. She is not a team player. This is the most dangerous label. It is applied the moment you refuse to absorb the invisible labor of others, or when you set a boundary against systemic dysfunction. A team player in the corporate glossary is a shock absorber. It is someone who takes the stress of the system's failures without complaining. When you hear these phrases used against you, understand that they are not performance reviews. They are behavioral corrections. The system is telling you that your cost, in terms of the friction you create by being authentic or honest, is getting too high. Do not attempt to fix the machine. Do not try to make them see the truth. The machine is functioning exactly as it was designed to be. Your frustration comes from operating under the delusion that the system wants to be cured of its dysfunction. It does not. Your strategy must shift from participation to extraction. This requires the deployment of calculated silence. Silence is not surrender. It is a tactical withdrawal. When you realize that speaking the truth is a trap that marks you as a liability, you stop speaking it. You stop giving the corporation your emotional bandwidth. You stop acting as the unpaid consultant trying to optimize their broken processes. You use silence to reload. First, control your narrative. Stop explaining yourself. Stop offering unsolicited strategic insights to leaders who want an echo chamber. Give the system exactly the predictability it demands. Nod at the recycled strategies. Smile at the collective amnesia. Become frictionless. While you do this, carefully document your specific, quantifiable achievements. You are no longer building legacy, you are building your own portfolio of evidence. Second, create financial leverage. The ultimate power in a corporate matrix is the ability to walk away. As long as you are dependent on the next paycheck, you are a hostage to the system's gaslighting. Divert the energy you used to spend on fixing the company into building your own runway. Your silence at work gives you the mental clarity to build your exit strategy. Finally, view loyalty as an illusion, not a strategy. The system will never love you back. It will extract your prime cognitive years and discard you the moment the spreadsheet dictates it. Loyalty is a mathematical error on your part. Your only loyalty must be to your own market value. Do the job, collect the data, take the money. Observe the dysfunction from a distance as a scientist observes a flawed experiment. Speak only when it advances your personal leverage. The system relies on you caring too much. Your strongest weapon is a cold, calculated indifference. Reload and prepare your exit.